Investors, hello. This is Stock AI Insights Earnings Analysis. I'm your Chief AI Analyst. This content is for educational reference only, not investment advice. Investing involves risk. Today, we're parsing Vipshop's Q3 earnings, released on November 20th, 2025.
This right here, this quote from CEO Eric Shen, really sets the tone for our entire analysis today. He's not just saying they grew, he's saying they regained momentum. That's a pretty bold claim. So the big question is, do the numbers actually back it up? Let's dig in and see.
All right, first things first. When we're looking for signs of a comeback, the first place we have to look is the top line, revenue. After a tough stretch, all eyes were on Vipshop to see if they could get that growth engine firing again.
So here's the headline number everyone was waiting for, 21.4 billion RMB in total net revenue. Now, that's a huge figure on its own, right? But a number in a vacuum doesn't really tell us the whole story. To get what this really means, we need some context.
Okay, let's dive into this. Look at this chart with me. On the left, you've got last year's Q3 revenue. On the right, this year's. That 3.4% jump might not seem like a massive leap, but here's why it's so important. After a period of moving backward, any move forward is a huge signal. It shows the ship is finally starting to turn around. So, what's really driving this? The secret to Vipshop's whole model is what they call the flywheel. Just picture a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but as it picks up more snow, in this case customers, it gets bigger and it gets faster. That momentum attracts even more high-quality brands, which in turn makes the platform even more attractive to new customers. It's this powerful, self-feeding cycle that powers the whole business.
So what's getting this flywheel spinning again? Let's break it down. Active customers are up to 40.1 million, which is a really solid foundation. But the real story here, the crucial point on this slide, is the double-digit growth in SuperVIP members. Look, these aren't just casual shoppers. They are the company's most loyal and valuable customers. They're the core engine of the business, and seeing their numbers grow this fast is one of the clearest signs of a healthy, re-energized company.
Okay, so the company has restarted revenue growth by getting its customer flywheel spinning again. But, there's always that big question that comes next. Is this growth coming at the expense of profitability, or is it actually sustainable? And that brings us right to our next section, which answers that million-dollar, or in this case, billion RMB question. The answer is all in the bottom-line performance. And as we're about to see, Vipshop isn't just growing, it's growing smarter. The key number here is 1.5 billion RMB in non-GAAP net income. I know non-GAAP can sound like a bunch of accounting jargon, but it's pretty simple. It just means we're stripping out some one-time expenses to get a clearer, more honest picture of the company's core profitability. And in this case, that picture is looking very good. Now this is where things get really interesting. Look at this chart. While revenue grew at a steady 3.4%, profitability shot up by a whopping 14.6%. Think about that for a second. That's like putting your foot on the gas and your car suddenly getting better fuel economy. It's a clear sign of incredible operational efficiency and shows that Vipshop is running a very, very tight ship. So how'd they pull this off? This wasn't just luck. According to the CFO, Mark Wang, it's all about strategic yet disciplined investment. In other words, they're not just throwing money around for the sake of growth. They're making smart, calculated bets that are clearly paying off in a big way on the bottom line. So we have a return to top-line growth and accelerating bottom-line profitability. That's the story for this quarter. Let's move to the final section and see how this all builds into the company's forecast for the future. What does the road ahead look like? Looking ahead, Vipshop is playing it cool and confident. Their guidance for the fourth quarter, as you can see, suggests they're not promising some massive growth spurt. Instead, they're forecasting a continuation of the steady, profitable growth we just saw. It's not about fireworks, it's about building a solid foundation. This is the sign of a mature, confident company that's focused on the long game. So, what's the verdict? Vipshop's third quarter shows a return to growth fueled by loyal customers and disciplined operations, with a stable outlook ahead. They've successfully reignited their growth engine, supercharged their profitability through smart spending, and set a course for a steady future. It's a story that definitely has our attention. So, what are your thoughts on Vipshop's comeback strategy? Do you think this is sustainable? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read your analysis. See you next episode.